Good morning, sports fans. Good morning. Today is Friday, May 8th, 2026, the year of our sports. Oh no, that's why. We're off and running. I didn't even follow or listen to my own instructions, which are on the big board. Nope. My producer's pointing to this big board that I'm supposed to look at before we go live every time, and totally missed the checklist, my own checklist. How about now? Can we get a sound check? 1, 2. Mic check. Oh, thumbs up from the produce. All right, let's try it again. Today is, well, first and foremost, good morning. Good morning. Today is Friday. We made it. Good morning. Oh, Raise Up Dude. He's here. And talk about the Tampa Bay Rays today, my man. I'm excited about that. So, yeah, today is Friday, and this is Good Morning, Flame. How art thou? Everyone has been waiting. I appreciate your patience. We have had quite the morning here at RateGame headquarters. I think they are looking for oil in our building. They are drilling a massive well in, I think, the apartment next to us. And the noises that come out of this thing are just insane. So appreciate the patience, appreciate the fortitude and being prompt. Today is a day unlike any other because you're here with me. So here's how the show works. It's a sports show shaped by the fans, hosted by me, and it follows a very clean, simple formula with a rundown, with a question that we ask and then answer every single time, because I am a creature of habit and I like structure. I like repetition. Were the sports good? Hashtag WTSG. Gonna get that trending one of these days. Hashtag WTSG. So we ask and then answer that question. We take a snapshot. We take a look at sports in the last 24 hours. And then we kind of say, okay, were they good? Were they bad? Were they in between? From there, we'll talk about Florida baseball. Have both the Rays, Tampa Bay, and the Marlins of Miami playing good baseball, at least last night. Both teams won. Focus on James Harden, the enigma of James Harden. Without the beard, he could be known as James Softon. The NBA refs have also drawn the ear of ball knowers. Maybe not so much the refs as the Oklahoma City Thunder and the perceived bias that the refs give to them in the way that they play basketball, their style of play. Focus on today in sports history because I am just so impressed by some of the contributions from the RateGame community about this new little feature that we rolled out that seems to be achieving incredible adoption early on, which is always a great sign. So we will take a look at some historic moments in sports on this day throughout the ages, the archives. And then we'll close, of course, with the 15th country on our way to the World Cup kickoff on June 11th. So every single day so far from the 48th day to, is the I'm like glitching on the thing. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, just must be me. So yeah, we've been counting down or counting up. Basically, we've just every day we've been learning about a new country. And today will be that 15th country in a row. Yesterday was Austria. We had a string of 3 African nations in a row. You never know what you're going to get today. All right, so that is the plan. Here we go. Let us kick it off. How were the sports? Were they good? Not particularly. 5.89, that is on the low end. Yesterday it was like a 6.02, and today 5.89. So trending down, folks. We had a super light night as well. This is the lightest night I've seen in quite some time. Only 13 games played in the world of sports on Planet RateGame. 3 active leagues. We had 2 NBA playoff games. I think we had like 8 Major League Baseball games. And we had 1. We had a single hockey game last night. So certainly on the lighter side. 167 ratings on those 13 games played. 392 platform ratings. That's right. Today is Friday. We get to do Road to 1 million. I didn't even put it in the rundown. Wow. Okay. So I always talk about the platform ratings, but I can only put them in play, put them in the show once a week. Producers rules. That day is today. So the 392, we kind of box that and we put that into this guy down here. It's the road to 1 million. So since last week, since we last checked, we have 27.3% of the way to 300,000 from 200,000. So 200,000 was the last big milestone that we crossed about a month ago. The next big one is 300,000. So we're doing this in bands of 100K. And overall, on our road to 1 million, 7 figures, we have 227,000 ratings on the platform. 227,000. That's a lot. It's a big number. So every Friday we check in and we see, okay, how much progress have we made since we last saw this? And as you can tell, I like seeing the progress. I like seeing the bars like slowly but surely increase little by little. For the month of May, still a pretty fresh month. We are in single digits, May 8th, 3,469 ratings this month. So very cool to see the old progress bar. 5s across the board, folks. I have not yet seen every single league in the 5s. Major League Baseball is actually the highest rated league last night with 10 games and a 5.94. So Raise up, dude. That one's for you. And Tampa Bay Rays were certainly a part of that. One big spike last night. And I assume that had to do with, could have been hockey. Could have been hockey or could have been basketball, but the second basketball game was not good. Interesting. All right. So let us go back to the old rundown here. Florida baseball. So Florida baseball is kind of hot, specifically the Rays. The 2 Florida teams here are the Tampa Bay Rays and the Miami Marlins, as everyone knows. And we had them both in action last night. And we had, first and foremost, Junior Caminero, who is an absolute stud, up against the Boston Red Sox. And we had this home run come off the bat of Junior Caminero. This was an absolute moonshot to the tune of 449 feet. Listen to the sound of wood on bat.
Oh, Junior hit that thing hard to center field, and that's Junior Caminero with a laser to center.
Laser.
He jumped all over it. It's 8-4 Rays, and
that's
it
souvenir.
Was loud.
Oh, I want you guys to appreciate the 114 plus miles per hour.
That's a crazy velo.
Oh,
I can listen to that all day. Oh,
Junior
man.
hit that thing hard to center field.
That's just such a great sound. Wow.
Junior hit that thing hard to center field, and that's Junior.
That's amazing. So the Tampa Bay Rays have just been dispatching teams. They've just been coming into your city and blowing up your starting pitching. And on the other side of that, they've been locking it down with pitching of their own. So the 4 runs that are scored by the Red Sox here is the most runs that the Tampa Bay Rays have let up. And I think it was like 14 straight games. Sir Sauer provided the little did you know stat on this one, which is just insane. They have been shutting teams out or just stifling them, and then they've just been pounding them at the plate. This is the first time in the past 14 games the Rays have allowed more than 3 runs. That's like sensational in baseball. You don't ever see that. So, because that's all they would effing talk about on the ESPN broadcast. Like, we get it. So Jack is not happy that ESPN picked up on a stat and then is just beating it to death, which is it's like all a broadcast does. I always remember when the Dodgers were in the World Series, I think for the first time, so 2 years ago. And everybody at this point knows that Matt Stafford and Clayton Kershaw grew up together and were on the same baseball team at one point. And I remember during that broadcast for the World Series, I forget why, maybe he was in attendance or something, Stafford was. I think they must have said it like 10 times within the span of that World Series. And then they showed like pictures of them and stuff. So I feel you, Jack. ESPN specifically has a tendency, and just like the national broadcast, they pick up on like a storyline and they will just like regurgitate it in your face until it's like, dude, we get it. Like we heard it the first time. Like, we can retain information. So the Tampa Bay Rays are the hottest team in baseball. I think it's fair to say that probably them and the Cubs. And the Rays fans are showing out. 8-1 versus a 5-1 for Boston. Let's see, Rays up, dude. What did you have to say about this one? That Rays offense was hotter than your ex. Nice. Like that. Sweep the Sox. I think they're going for the sweep today, maybe. Great to see this offense explode. Junior and Aranda were great tonight at the plate. Congratulations to Yanni on his 1,000th hit. Simpson's passion when he gets on base is really awesome. Always nice to see you win, especially on the bottom of the pitching rotation. Yeah, so this isn't even the aces that are facing the Sox and their dispatching of them. So I think that they play again today, if I recall correctly. Full slate, full baseball slate today. Yep. Nice. I'm going to go ahead and pick them for you. That one is for you. So another crazy stat for this team. Last 14 games, they have a 13-1 record. 50. Look at this run differential. This is what happens, folks, when you only let up 3 runs a game. Or yesterday, 4. They've scored 57 runs and they've only let up 21 runs. You're going to win more often than not when that happens. They're the only team to allow fewer than 40 runs in that time. It's a great stat. Rays are good. I love it. That's what happens when you move here. The team just puts on for you. All right, so the other team in action last night for Florida was none other than the Miami Marlins playing the Baltimore Orioles, We had crazy way to end a game. So I think yesterday we talked about or saw the Cubs win the game on a walk-off walk, a wow. The acronym is what I'm using for that. And the Marlins do something even more absurd here, or I should say the Orioles, which is ending the game on an error. So let's see this play out.
0-1. Swinging a bouncer to third, and that clips Mayo, but he stays with it. Long throw gets away. Here comes Joe Mack, and the Marlins are going to win it. 0-1.
Hate to see that. Pete Alonso, former Met. I think he makes that play if it's the Mets. And this is not an error on the third baseman, by the way, despite what you might think because of the bobble. That is definitely a defensive play. Alonso's got to make that scoop.
0-1. Swinging a bouncer to third, and that clips Mayo, but he stays with it. Long throw gets away. Here comes Joe Mack, and the Marlins are going to win it. Marlins win. A walk-off winner.
Oh my gosh, look at that park. Wow. empty. LoanDepot is empty. Oh, and they got the fireworks out and everything.
All kinds of little things happen, but it got started.
I remember this place for the World Baseball Classic. It was jumping. There was not a single seat left. The place was absolutely sold out. Look at this place now. It looks empty. Wow. That's too bad. Wow, look at that. There's nobody there. That's a cheap ticket. But the Marlins walk it off on an error versus the Baltimore Orioles. So congratulations to Florida baseball having a moment here on RateGame Live. Congratulations, Rays up, dude. The Rays are for real. All right. So last night we had some playoff action, and the Cleveland Cavaliers came up short against the Detroit Pistons, and one man in particular, a man by the name of James Harden, was, I don't want to say solely to blame, because that's not fair. It's a team sport. Basketball is, after all. 5 guys on the floor, 5 guys on the bench. Actually, 7 guys on the bench, but who's counting? So you can never really point it to one specific person, but the career of James Harden, I think, will go down as one of the more strange and bizarre. And really, like, looking at the big 3 of OKC, talking about Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. Save for Durant, Joe Mack is brand new to the show. Let's get out of the way. Oh, that was for baseball, yeah. That was for the Marlins. But thank you. The big 3 of OKC, each one of them, save for Kevin Durant, and people will absolutely put an asterisk next to his championships because he basically championship hopped. All 3 of them have had just like very mercurial careers, especially now, like looking at Durant and how he just kind of flamed out with the Rockets this playoffs, and now what's happening with James Harden. James Harden had more turnovers last night than he had made shots, which is like I saw something like the 45th time that's happened in either his career or the playoffs. Some crazy, absurd stat. Let me look it up now. Oh, man. And here's the first clip that comes up when you just search Harden. Dribbling down, fast break, second quarter. There you see him. He's got like the fully extended ball here. Let's see let's see what happens on this play.
Cavaliers running. Harden and retreats.
Pulls it out.
Harden now. Defended by Holland.
Oh, James.
Scooped up by Holland.
Come on,
Cavaliers
man.
running. Harden and retreats. Harden now. Defended by Holland. Scooped up by
Just like
Holland.
right on the floor. So that is pretty much how it's going for James Harden these days. I think like the takeaway here is anywhere this guy goes, the team that receives him, I think, is like duped and immediately, or like he's forced his way from Oklahoma to Houston to Brooklyn to Cleveland, and at no point in time was that were they ever he's made one NBA Finals with the OKC Thunder. So he's just getting absolutely ripped. 9 field goals made and 11 turnovers. That's what's going on right now in the series with James Harden, the guy that was supposed to be the missing piece for the Cavs this year. Supposed to get him over the hump. Yikes. So really not much to say other than the fact that Pistons are firmly in control. And this one goes back to the land. Cleveland, that is, with them up 2-0. 7-8 for Pistons fans, 4-5 for Cavs fans, 6-9 for the neutrals. The one styler says, yeah, man, end this season so we can blow it up. Uh-oh. Kill James Harden? Let's not go that far. Cavs, please stop. You're embarrassing my family so bad. James Harden, you are old and need to lock in. Cade Cunningham, you are too good. Please be nicer to the Cavs or you will make an enemy of me. Ooh, those are fighting words. Yet another team that Harden is a liability for. Cavs were better off with Garland, in my opinion. So I said, and I called this guy out by name. I looked him up actually. This guy, Brian Damaris. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's like a 2-minute rant that he prepared and then recited on television. This was like 2 years ago, but if you just Google this name or you search this name, this is it right here. It is so, oh, whoops, I'm not sharing my screen. This right here is worth your time. It's like, how long? 2 minutes, just under 2 minutes. This guy just goes absolutely in on Harden and no notes. It is perfect. Perfect. And that is where I'll leave the roasting of James Harden. All right. So NBA refs. So much has been said about the refereeing of the National Basketball Association and how much it has impacted the modern game. Fouls are called at a much more frequent clip than they ever have been. There's been more stoppage of play than ever. There, with the introduction of challenges, you are now, as a fan, almost every single game without fail, you are resigned to sit there and watch and wait as refs look at a camera and like go to the replay booth and challenge their own challenges and like overturn. Like it's just like so choppy and terrible and ticky-tack, and it just has ruined, I think, what used to be a really good product for the NBA because you didn't have all the stoppage of play. That's really what I think is the biggest drawback, is just the fact that a game will be good. A game will be like really entertaining. There will be a solid back and forth. And then almost without fail, the whistle just starts blowing. And then this play stops. And then the momentum changes. And then the crowd gets out of it. And then you go to commercial break. And then you come back. And then you see this. It's like this is like an automatic response from every single player. As soon as they perceive that they've been wronged and the ref has made an incorrect call, you just see this. It's almost like a reflex. They start running around the court, the players do, and they like start waving their finger, telling the coaches to challenge it. And the coaches and the teams actually have staffed people whose sole job it is to look at the replays in real time to see if it's actually like worth a challenge. And so I think last night in the Laker game, you had like the microcosm of what's happening in this new world with this new way of refereeing and like the effect that it's having on the players, like the marquee players like LeBron James. Like LeBron James is going full dad mode and chewing out the refs for what he perceives to be like a lack of call or an incorrect call or more favorable call to OKC. I have not seen LeBron James this angry at a referee in a long time. Screaming. he's mad. Then you have, I got to show you the initial interaction with Austin Reeves that spurred this. Right here. So first you have LeBron yelling at the ref. Then you had Austin Reeves. That's this same ref, this poor guy. I think he's like the crew chief. I've never seen like NBA players talk to refs like this. Somebody just called him. Ooh, use the P word. It's not nice. So this was pretty like the tension was palpable. You could just tell that Lakers felt that they weren't getting calls. Lakers felt that the Thunder were getting all these calls. And, you know, you have all these videos of like what people are now going to say is the league just favoring one team over the other. And at the end of the game, this is the original thing that I had. Austin Reeves somehow, some way was able to like hold court at center court with the refs. So I've never seen this. Like at the end of the game, keep an eye on LeBron here. Watch LeBron's reaction to this as like Austin Reeves somehow was able to corral the entire like refereeing crews and say God knows what. Basically, like you guys did a terrible job and you ruined the game because you called fouls for OKC and not for us. And watch LeBron. Watch LeBron as like the supporting parent
of last year's NBA Finals.
That's right. Yep.
And the Lakers wanted to spend a little extra time.
Tell them what you want to say.
With the officials.
That's right. We going home.
Before heading to the locker room.
That's right.
Last year's
That's right.
NBA
Get it off your
Finals.
chest. Keep going.
And the Lakers wanted to spend
say what you had to say.
Time.
Okay, we out of here. Come on. We going.
Before heading to the locker room.
See, like the refs are like, oh boy, LeBron's here. We better listen. We better listen to his son. We better listen to him complain. They're all here. Every single ref.
Of last year's
you don't do this. Austin's like, you don't do this to me. LeBron's like, you don't do that to him.
NBA Finals.
That's not right.
And the Lakers wanted to spend a little extra time with the officials.
Yep, that's it. We out of here, Austin.
Before heading.
Got nothing to say to these men. So, make a prediction. I predict that next game that these two play in Los Angeles, the Lakers will be getting a lot of calls because they spoke up about it and they made a very big deal about it. And so now I imagine a memo has gone out and the referees will have a talking to from Adam Silver or somebody. And then all of a sudden we'll start to see a friendlier whistle to the Lakers when the Lakers have home games at Crypto Arena or whatever they're calling it these days, which is, I think, just an indictment on like the refereeing and just the way that the league has chosen to empower these refs to blow the whistle, to stop the play, to review the out of bounds, to honor the challenge, to just like totally insert themselves in the game to a point where it impacts the viewing experience. It impacts like the people that are there on the court who paid money to watch these guys inside the building, rather, not on the court. And it also impacts the guys on the court. The guys on the court are truly believing, to the point where they're wanting to talk to the refs after the game, that it's like not fair gameplay. So whatever, I don't even know the solution. I think that like with the advent of technology, you've seen how Major League Baseball with ABS and their replay system has like adopted it, and it has improved the game. And then you see here in the NBA, it has materially changed and I think cheapened and worsened the overall product and the experience. And I honestly don't know what you do to fix it. I don't know if you can make or use technology to call fouls. I just don't think I don't think we're there yet, put it that way. So that is my little piece on NBA refereeing. Not the best, but not the best sentiment, not a positive one, but something that needs to be said. At some point, the refs are expected to get the calls right in the moment. They need to review every play to be confident. They shouldn't be reffing. Yeah, exactly. It is like super, super tiny minutiae, so like stuff that you can kind of see with the naked eye if you're watching on TV. And I just hate the fact that all the players are just like this all the time. It's like, dude, you don't need to challenge that. Like, we're in the first quarter. You don't need to challenge that. All right. So on to something a little more light. The new and improved Today in Sports History widget, shout out Zach for leading the charge here, is embedded right now in the Did You Know tab on web. But on the app, there's actually a section that is for like this date in sports. So today being May 8th, we have a couple posts from some different folks that are memorializing this day in sports history. So I think, and I submitted one too. So I think something that I didn't know about, that Chucky Hussey, who's just been crushing these baseball historical moments, is this one about Frank Robinson. So in 1966, Frank Robinson hit a home run out of Memorial Stadium, which is their old stadium. They now play in Camden Yards, of course. But he hit a home run that was 540 feet long. And this flag, I had to look this up because they put a flag where he hit this thing, and it was like right on the borderline of their parking lot. So they put this flag, and all it just says is the word "here." So it's like, this is where he hit it, right here. And if you see all you have to do is just search for Frank Robinson here. So this is where he hit this home run. Basically like right outside. And you see the parking lot back there. But that's just like a mammoth home run. And that happened 1966. So that's like what? 60 years ago? 60 years ago today. Crazy. Oh, and I thought was cool. And then this one, of course, I had to throw this one up for my guy Willis. So today is the 56th year anniversary of Game 7 between the Knicks and the Lakers, when Willis Reed, who had torn his thigh muscle clean, walked out and joined the layup lines and essentially inspired the Knicks to win that game. Inspired Walt Frazier to have one of the best Game 7s ever. Knicks won the championship. They beat the Lakers. They beat Wilt Chamberlain's Lakers in Game 7, even though Willis proceeded to hit the first two shots. That was the only two shots he made, but it was about the symbolism of him overcoming the injury to play with his teammates that galvanized, and I think also like really shook the Lakers mentally. I think the Lakers at one point were watching him in the layup lines, kind of looking at each other like, what kind of drugs is this guy on? Like, how is he able to walk, basically? Frazier later said, when I saw that Reed appearing on the floor, something told me we might have these guys. And he famously said, Will provided the inspiration and I provided the devastation. True Walt Clyde rhyme scheme there. So check it out. If you want to read up on some sports history, there's also another post about the Champions League, and Kirby Puckett. So, new feature. You can also contribute if you know of something that happened on a day in sports history. You can like future date it so that it'll pop up when we hit the date. Very, very cool. All right. I think it's time, right? I think it's time to spin our globe. We have the 15th day. 15th day? Was that yesterday? You know what? You want to go up and we should be going down? I'm going backwards. Okay. Agree to disagree. I'm going backwards? What do you mean? Yeah. 48 down or 15. Okay. That's we can do that. I agree. Get our globe up here. I think there is something wrong with the internet because it is. Yeah. Oh, it was glitching. I knew it. See, I told you. I hope it works now. Might not work. One second, folks. Oh, is the internet working? Is the internet still working? Our globe might have died. Our poor globe. It was let me see. Well, what will we do if the globe doesn't work? No. Oh, 2 spins? I did. I just did. Let me see. Is your internet working? It is? Okay. It's not strong enough. Claude requires all of your strength. Let's see. Let me see if I can maybe open it up on a. Another browser here, folks. Let's see. Could just be dead. Claude just could have died. Disappointing. Yeah. Yeah, we could do 2 tomorrow, I guess. We could do 2 tomorrow. That's a fair compromise, I think. Got 15 folks on the stream, I think. It's always a mystery. Yeah, we'll do a double dip tomorrow. We'll learn about 2 countries. Oh, spin right away? Okay. And you're going to join tomorrow? Yeah, you're coming back? You're coming back on the show? She's like, yeah, I'm coming back. Nice. Excited to have you. We're going to have Flame wrote a he wrote a tea time that is actually insane. It's a really good one. So if you are around tomorrow, 11 o'clock, we will have some tea for you. Yes. Oh, the comments are here. I didn't know. Wait a second. Something just happened. Oh, it's here. It's okay. 4 minutes. We can do this. All right. Yeah. So, okay. Today is the 14th day. Claude has the power. Okay. Here we go. Shouldn't tempt fate. Here we go. Just like that. Back in action. The globe. That's right, Flame. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm so glad we spun it. 3 minutes to cover Argentina. This is my producer's favorite country. Second favorite country. Here we go. Look at that trophy. Number 1. Of course they are. They're the freaking world champions. If you are from Argentina, you are Argentine. Capital is Buenos Aires. Population of just under 47 million. Dominant language is Spanish, and they are a federal presidential republic. A proud member of CONMEBOL, and they're on the peso. Major industry and topography: the Pampas Plains, the Andes Mountains, Patagonia, and subtropical north. Patagonia south and subtropical north. Major industries: agriculture, livestock, food processing, automotive, and lithium mining. Main exports: soybean meal, corn, soybean oil, and beef. Main imports: vehicles, refined petroleum, vehicle parts, and machinery. Their flag, I love their flag. So pretty. I'm a sucker for blue. Sky blue. The skies for the sky blue, so the stripes. The Rio de Plata and the Virgin Mary. The white is the silver. White. So the white stripe in the middle, silver. Argentum, the country's name, and purity. I don't see silver there, though. Son of May, an Incan sun god with 32 rays commemorating the May 1810 revolution when the sun allegedly broke through the clouds. Oh, very cool. You notice on this flag, there's no red, there's no blood. It's positive, it's happy, it's celebrating. Culture. Okay, here we go. Empanadas, asado, milanesa, mate, dulce de leche. Did you know Argentines eat more beef per capita than almost any country? 47 kilograms a year. That's a lot of beef. Key dates: 1816 is when they declared their independence. 1978 is when they won the World Cup at home. 1986 is when they won the World Cup with Maradona. 2022 is when they won the World Cup with Messi. I love it. Notable people: Messi, Maradona, Che Guevara. I think he's a president, right? Or he's a revolutionary. Is he a revolutionary? Jorge Luis Borges. So we got two one-namers, then a two-namer, then a three-namer. Argentina's covering all the bases. They have been all over the World Cup. 19 appearances, 3-time champion. 47, 16, and 25. They're just a powerhouse. Scored a bunch of goals. And if you be in the World Cup 19 times, you're going to get a bunch of goals scored against you. But good to see. The green is bigger than the red. Qualified. They qualified on March 25th, 2025. Number 6 out of 48. So very early on last year. Back to back. Is Messi playing? I don't know. They are in a group with Austria, Algeria, and Jordan. We just hit on Algeria and Austria. So we're burning through this group. Group J. Schedule is Algeria, Jordan, and Austria. Should be a win-win-win. Roster. Messi confirms. Is that true? Is that true? Messi confirms he will play. My last dance. What is this? What is this nonsense? Heavily expected. He was just in a commercial. He received a special request from FIFA president to play. Messi's being courted by FIFA to play. He's gonna do it. Of course he is. You kidding me? All right. Players to watch other than this. He's 39. Messi will turn 39. It's okay. LeBron's 41. The goats are just playing longer. Okay, folks. Life expectancy has gone up. Advances in medicine and sports science have allowed the best of the best to play longer. It's just the way that it's going for us. So, of course, these guys who are the greatest of all time are going to want to play until the bodies break down, which I don't think that's happened at all with Messi. Yeah, like Messi's destroying, he's just ripping up Major League Soccer, which isn't really saying much. I mean, it's not like we have the highest competition in the States. It's basically like your swan song. You kind of come here and you have a nice little retirement arc, which is exactly what's happening for Messi. In the second year here, he won the whole dang thing, and he got the most valuable player award, scored the most goals, like all the things. So he's been in 5 World Cups. Holy goodness. 8 Ballon d'Ors. Copa America 2021, 2024. Did you know chasing his 6th World Cup would tie Carvajal and Guardo as the only men's players to ever play in 6? Wow. Okay, so Julian Alvarez from Atletico, 26 years old. He was on this team when they won. He won the Champions League in 2023 and La Liga and Champions League goals at Atletico. Was a teenage chess prodigy. All-time leader in World Cup appearances with 26. Oh, like in games, you're saying? Like caps flame? That's what I imagine. Julian Alvarez was a teenage chess prodigy, won regional youth tournaments in Argentina, and still plays online during plane trips. Very nice. Gotta get that Wi-Fi. Enzo Fernandez, currently on Chelsea. He's 25 years old, World Cup winner and young player of the tournament in 2022. Chelsea record signing for 106 million euros. Wow. UEFA Conference League with Chelsea in 2025 was sold by River Plate to Benfica for 10 million euros in 2022. 6 months later, Chelsea signed him for 10 times that. This guy's been passed around. He's a hot potato. Alexis McAllister on Liverpool also won the World Cup. So Argentina is basically running it back. Is Suarez on this team? Premier League is my guy who had that incredible pass, Di Maria. Is he coming back? World Cup winner 2022, Premier League winner with Liverpool in 2025. Brighton's first 35 mil exit. Brother of Kevin and Francis Boca Juniors. 3 brothers who have played all top flight in Argentina. And last but not least, you have Emiliano Martinez, their goalkeeper, 33 years old. He had the Golden Glove in 2022. It was that title game. My God. Oh, that's right. Suarez is Uruguayan. Why did I think that? Oh, because they're on Inter together. In Miami. 2 Copa America titles and the Yashin Trophy 2 times for Emilio Martinez. He is an incredible goalkeeper. Lived in Arsenal's youth dorms for 9 years before getting a senior chance. Went on 6 loan spells. So the captain is Lionel Messi and the manager is Lionel Scaloni, head coach. Style. Reigning champions, 4-4-2 diamond. DePaul and McAllister run the show. Messi as the free 10. Love their uniforms. So recognizable. This is like the most classic soccer uniform, I think, of all time. It's like synonymous with, LeBron and a Laker jersey. You just see that number 10, Argentina. I have one myself. I might wear it this summer to show love. 88%. I mean, this might as well be 100. Come on, folks. Come on, Claude. Number 1 overall ranked team in FIFA. Tier 1 contender, champion realistic. Messi's the GOAT. I'm glad Claude fired up for Argentina because they got a big target on their back and a big old country to boot. Look at that thing. Boom. Argentina. Massive country. one of the craziest things ever was that scene that was shot by the drone when they first won in the streets of Argentina, just like spilling out into that town square, people like climbing on the street lamps, hanging from every structure, just a big party in Argentina. That must have been, I mean, it was certainly a sight to behold, but what a feeling for Messi. He cemented himself as the greatest soccer player of his generation, potentially the greatest of all time. So that is your 15th country on our road to all 48. Count down, count up, whatever you want to call it. Here's all 15. And we are 8 minutes late to a meeting, folks. So we got a jet, but appreciate your patience. Appreciate you hanging out. It is a great day to rate some sports games. My name is Nick Mark George. I'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m.